A truly successful personality knows how to overcome the past, use the present, and prepare for the future. But unless we successfully surmount the past, we can neither effectively cope with the present or prepare for the future. Hi, welcome once again to my channel, Relationship Matters with Modupe Eka. Today's video is inspired by a conversation I had with a couple of ladies while hanging out with them last week. It was really a thought-provoking conversation. It centered around letting go of the past, and I thought that it is worth sharing. It was something that everyone that was involved in the conversation had an experience to share. I had two young Gen Zs with me, two older friends, two people that of course are in my own age bracket. Interestingly, we all had experience to share. Today we want to look at how to let go of those things that are holding us, those nasty experiences, those experiences that we've had in the past that we have allowed to shape our today and is even contributing to shaping our future. Let's look at simple ways, 5 simple ways to let go and let God. Past experiences can have significant effect on the decision that we daily make. We unconsciously base our decisions on events that has happened to us in the past. Like I said, our gathering was just a gathering of catching up with old friends, and incidentally it cut across different ages, but everyone had something to share. A lady narrated an event that happened 10 years ago is still affecting her till now. She said it was her husband's birthday, there was a party, and a side chick was there in attendance. She flaunted herself everywhere, and her husband insisted that, oh, the lady is a professional colleague. She said reluctantly she served the lady. She did everything to make her comfortable, only to realize a few days later that that girl was actually a side chick. As she narrated her story, another lady began to narrate her own story. She said, your own is small. You know, when ladies gather, you know what can happen. She said her own story was that the lady actually visited them. The lady actually visited them and paraded and stayed in their house as a cousin. Wow, the stories are gory. We have not even got into what was the beginning, what brought us to this point, because what brought us to this point was just a simple question: how are you? How is XYZ? Step number 1, try to reflect back to that moment that completely changed the course of your life. This may require some deep reflection on your part. What decisions did you make? What regrets do you have? Emotional reaction does the past bring up? Step number 2. Now that you have acknowledged that you're bitter and that the past is affecting you, it is time to physically let go of the negative emotions peacefully. Yes, let go of the negative emotions peacefully. Take a piece of paper, write down all those things that are offending you, those things that are bringing you anguish from the past. Feel the emotions as much as you want. write them down. The event, you can recall that event as much as you want to. Recall it vividly. Like I said about my friend, even her tone was infectious. The bitterness was real. So we can all relieve any form of emotion that we want to. Now you are relieving it in order to let go. So write it down. Take a piece of paper. Document those things. And as you document it, say to yourself that you are releasing those negative things. You are putting them on the paper. You're writing it down, writing it down, writing it down. When you have documented everything and you've written it down, now it is time to let go. Take that piece of paper that you have documented all those negative emotions, and then say to yourself that you are releasing yourself. Remember, negative emotions does not serve any purpose. It doesn't do you any good. Especially the person you are even feeling the negative emotion against may not even be on the same page with you. That person 10 years ago, 3 days ago, 5 days ago might have moved on, and here you are still suffering the anguish and the pain of what happened in the past. The past only exists in our head. It is gone. So decide that as you have written it out, now take that paper, you shred it into pieces. And as you shred it into pieces, say to yourself all the negative emotions, all my headache about this incident, everything that is holding me bound to this incident, I tear it off. Release it. Relieve yourself of it. Remember, your mental health, your physical health is more important than holding any grudge against anybody. So it is time to let it go. Shred it into pieces. Throw it away. And physically, if you do this exercise and you do it with all your emotions and you truly believe in what you're doing, trust the process. I tell you, it will work wonders for you. Shred it into pieces. Tear off that negative part of yourself. Step number 4. Identify what is keeping you bound. What exactly is keeping you bound? The event was painful. The anguish and the hurt was much. But what exactly happened that is holding you back? What is the root of your bitterness and unforgiveness? You need to identify it. Because when you identify it, it can mitigate the suffering that you are going through. For example, maybe you're still feeling lonely because you have not forgiven your partner, or maybe because of that singular incident you have refused to trust, and you are always on guard. You don't trust your partner when it comes to certain things. Whatever it is that is holding you bound, you need to identify it. Figuring out why the past is hurting you so much would help you to come up with a strategy to mitigate the hurt. This is why you need to figure out exactly why that past is hurting you. For example, I go back to the friend of mine that was so bitter about our friend. What was holding her back was that she trusted so much. They were friends, they were besties. So she couldn't understand why her best friend should have done what she did. But once she figures it out, once she can confront and say this is the real reason, at times you may be jealous. At times it may be that, oh no. But whatever, you are the one that need to deeply reflect and identify that thing. Once you identify it, the real reason, the culprit of why you are still hurt by something that happened 5, 10, 15 or 20 years ago, and you're still feeling the pain as if it's fresh, you need to identify it. Once you identify it, you will be able to come up with a strategy to mitigate that fear. Step number 5. Know that it is time to forgive yourself and forgive anyone that caused you the trauma. To truly let go, we must forgive. According to Nelson Mandela, unforgiveness is like drinking poison and hoping that another person will die. You cannot take the poison and then you hope that the other person will die. In conclusion, remember that being happy does not mean that everything is perfect. It means that you have decided to look beyond the imperfection. We all need to look beyond the imperfections in our lives. Choose to be happy and interact with others from a place of joy. This will serve your purpose more than being grumpy and unforgiving. Mental health, our physical health is more important to us. So please choose happiness over being grumpy. Let's let go. Whatever it is, I don't know. You need to do your own personal reflection. But like I said, there were 8 of us sitting down and everyone had a story to tell. That is why I thought that this is important we share. I don't know what it is. It can be a relationship at work. It may not even be an intimate relationship. It can be a relationship with siblings, with colleagues, with neighbors. Let it go, because it's serving no useful purpose in your life. Until I come your way another time. Remember,